This is family business, and this is for the family that can't be with us. And this is for my cousin locked down, know the answers in it.
All right, boys. What do we think, huh? I mean, very, very, very attractive, either Latina or, gray chick mix. They're kind of hard to tell apart these days. So either ways, she's either a hot and spicy Latina or she's a gray chick. But either way, you got this complexion, you got a TikTok, you are in for just top level logic here, okay? So, let's soak her in for just a couple more seconds because she's fine. She can get it all day, no pull out. We definitely rocking this shit, but we have yet to hear her speak. Let's go.
We need to talk about sexual assault in the metaverse.
Do we though? All right. It took 3 seconds. Oh no, 2 seconds to really highlight what's going on here. Sexual assault in the metaverse. My goodness.
A woman was recently groped in Horizon Worlds, Facebook, aka Meta's virtual reality social media platform.
Virtual reality, meaning your participation is 100% voluntary, which is in its beta form. And being in beta means that it's not fully prepared for public consumption. So you have people who are basically testing it, which is like real talk, just free testers for the for whatever software that they're operating. But because so many people are so technology focused, they happily do that for them. I will not just give me it when it's done. All right. But either ways, yeah. So let's continue with with this groping in the virtual world that needs to be discussed.
The platform is actually still just in beta phase, and already sexual assault is occurring. Meta referred to the incident as absolutely unfortunate and said that the victim should have used Safe Zone, a tool that puts a protective bubble around you if you feel threatened.
You see, this is why whatever they're cooking over there at Facebook just can't, it won't reach the heights that they wanted to reach, much in the way of like Google Glass and a lot of the technology that they pick up and then throw down, like eventually once they realize it's not really going to catch on as much as they would hope. Yeah, this is absolutely no different. And the big part being is because, well, you got to think about everybody's feelings. And when you have to consider everybody, guess what? You kind of attract nobody, because what you need is the niche. What you need is the people who are willing to participate with there being absolutely no limits. And what they're doing, what they're trying to do is cultivate a this platform, but have it super censored and everything else like that, when most people have caught on to Facebook shenanigans and completely left that platform like in the wind, and present company included. But like I said, these feminists, all that feminism is really dooming the platform before it can even get going. But yes, ma'am, continue to completely wreck this project.
I have a bit of an issue with this because it puts responsibility on the person being attacked to find their way out of it. And sexual
boys, I'm gonna run that back. Hold on, because you have a problem. Well, let's hear what she has a problem. She fine as hell, but let's hear what she got a problem with.
Around you if you feel threatened. But I have a bit of an issue with this because it puts responsibility on the person being attacked to find.
It puts responsibility on someone to take care of themselves. Y'all hear that, right? Like, the responsibility ultimately rests with the individual to make sure that they already accounted for this shit. But no. Why? Because, and it's a point that I make on this channel all the time, the female brain, all it knows is more. more. You can never do enough. You can never do enough. Whether you be a platform, whether you be a man, whether you be a baby father, whether you be, brother, no matter who you are, my man, you can never do enough. And the role of masculinity is to say enough.
Our way out of it. And sexual assault in virtual reality is nothing new. It's been happening for years.
Yeah, because it's virtual. Meaning, you should if you don't want to get groped up and everything else like that, then don't play, don't participate. The internet is a terrible place, filled with absolutely awful people who will sit there and you have people who sit on Grand Theft Auto online and just grief all day. Me personally, as someone who likes being outside in the world, I don't know where you find the time, but people do. So thusly, the complete rawness of it is how many platforms, our larger platforms, that we use more frequently, included Facebook included, is how they got to where they're at. And the more censorship that you continue to pile on, it does no one any favors, sweetheart. Seriously, you need a sense stick in your life. You need some dude piping you and just giving you this good information biologically. It'll be all up inside you along with his DNA.
The article went viral a few years ago. A woman describing her experience being groped in virtual reality. One of the players...
Meaning nobody actually grabbed the titties. You know what I'm saying? No one genuinely felt you up, and as soon as you saw him coming your way, at any point during this groping, you could have exited. You could have pressed circle. You could have pressed circle twice, and yeah, circle's the back button. At least on PlayStation.
Took off her helmet, started rubbing her chest, and it just got worse from there. The whole point of virtual reality is to be in a space that is virtually indistinguishable from physical reality, which means these...
Is it? Hold on, wait, what? That's your definition of virtual reality? No, virtual reality is supposed to be where, you can be wherever you want, indistinguishable from the actual world. No, sweetheart, if I want to go to some place that I saw on Rick and Morty in the real world, some holodeck, Star Trek shit, then I should be able to do that. That's what virtual reality is supposed to be, where you go to really, and if you are going to be in this world, be able to do whatever the hell you want, including go run on over and grope that chick. Hell, forcibly enter if you so desire, because it's virtual and what have you. These are not real things, and the other person is a complete participant. Now, it is a participant as well, and at any given point, they can log off. They can put this down. This is not for me. Trust me, it's a thing that I've gone through myself on several occasions. Wait, this is not for me. I will make my exit now. It's okay. That's all I'm saying. They're to sit here and try to apply the real world, saying I don't want to sit here and say she's wants legislation in the virtual space or anything else like that. But I mean, I think that safe space, that safe zone idea is probably the best that you can get. And it really should be the best. It really should be all that you can get, because it's the virtual world. You need freedom, sweetheart. Without freedoms, we can't evolve. We cannot get to even where we are right now as a collective species.
Are still incredibly violating, even if it's in a digital space. We need to figure out where we draw the line in our increasingly digital world. And it's also...
No, the line's been drawn. Turn it off. That line was drawn when the virtual world was created, because your participation is 100% voluntary. That's the big key, and that's a big takeaway.
It's important to recognize that real world problems don't disappear just because you put a virtual reality helmet on.
But then what would be the point of virtual reality? Anybody? You?
Take safety seriously and try to get this right.
Oh my god, she is incredibly sexy and incredibly slow, but also a woman. So, I mean, what's to be expected? Oh my goodness, there has to be some higher power. I have a problem with you having to take responsibility for your own actions. No. If you're in there, it's implied consent, unless you have that safe zone around you. Boom. But no. Like, we need to have, well, we just had the conversation, and honestly, the conversation is stupid, but not a full-on waste of time. I will say that, because, yeah, you can get it. You can get it all day. So, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub and enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day? Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from Teespring. Check me out on Odyssey as well. Links in the description. I should go in the description box and do damage and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Now, when it comes to, let me just clear up that whole forced entry thing. Because we're talking about virtually and with willing participants, or participants who don't, who haven't opted into the whole safe zone thing. Because guess what? There would be willing participants, because due to studies, that is a fantasy that many women do have. And hey, it's much better to particularly be able to indulge in the sensation in the safety of the virtual space, as opposed to, definitely not the real world. These are two different things, sweetheart. They're not the same. And one is far more, well, they're both optional technically, but one's far more optional than the other, all right? But you may disagree, and that's what my comment section's for. Until the next one.
Your booze mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Every breath I take without your permission raises my self-esteem.